Hello, it's Denise, and I am back once more with day 10 of the 31 Days of Tarot 2019 challenge, which is the tarot decks that I would like to work with more in 2019. So I have a ton of decks that I want to work with more, and it was really hard for me to narrow this down. And this is actually my second attempt at this video because I switched some of these decks around. But a lot of the decks I've talked about already in this series of the challenge, the 31 Days of Tarot, I would like to work with more, like the Starman Tarot and the Naked Heart Tarot. I'm just, I'm not done working with those decks. But what I've decided to do is talk about 6 decks that I haven't worked with really at all, and that I want to kind of work with, not just more, but just work with in 2019, because I have these beautiful decks and I just haven't spent time with them. So that's what I'm going to talk about now. So the first one is the Tarot of the Spirit, and this is by Pamela and Joyce Eakins. It comes with this really cool little transparency of the Tree of Life. So this is like a Kabbalah based deck, and that's one of the reasons that I purchased this deck, because learning more about the Kabbalah and how it relates to the tarot is something I really want to do, but it takes a lot of study and I haven't really devoted the time to it that I need to. So it's a beautiful deck. I love the artwork. It's very flowy. It like shows like a lot of like energy and like movement. So I just really like the artwork, and I just haven't used it because this is one of those decks I feel like, oh well, I need to read the guidebook, which is enormous, before, or I need to at least be reading the guidebook when I start working with it, and I have not started doing that yet, so I haven't. It's just so interesting. So I haven't started working with it yet. So hopefully I will do that a little bit this year. And then I also have the Kabbalah and Tarot of the Spirit book by Pamela Eakins, and it is huge, like huge. I just saw this when I ordered it, and it came in, and I must have missed the pages, the page numbers, like how much information was in here. But I mean, it sounds amazing. It says on the back, seek your fortune, meet your mystic teachers, master the primal worlds of fire, water, wind, and earth, learn the 10 powers of conscious evolution, pass through the 21 initiations, rise into your destiny, realize your dreams. And I absolutely think that sounds amazing, and it's something I would love to work with more this year. So I'm hoping that I will be able to set aside some time for this. I don't think it's going to be just like I'm going to study this one for a month and then I'm done. Like, I think that this is going to be one that I need to work with for quite a while. So we'll see how that goes. So that is my first one. My second one is this cool little deck, the Tarot of the Old Path. I'm not even sure who is the author of this. And this is like an older deck that I purchased. Let's see, Howard Rodway and Sylvia Gainsford. I did this deck, and it comes in like this. It looks like a tape. You go like rent a video, and you get like a little case like this. I have never had a deck in a case like that, so I'm really getting a kick out of that. It has like a little book, and then actually this is a used deck, and so I haven't really done much with it, and it came wrapped in silk and everything too. I still need to cleanse it and all that stuff, but it just came in. But yeah, I've seen some people use this deck, and I really liked it. I was excited when I found it available, because I think it's out of print, and so I bought this one used, and I just really like the artwork, and it has some cool information in the little book. I've just kind of barely looked through. These are the gorgeous backs, and I love that. That gives me a very Arthurian legend, you know, vibe. I don't know on that one. But yeah, I'm just excited. Like, I think, you know, this one's got like a fairly smaller book, smaller than the last deck, and I feel like I could read through this, you know, fairly easily. And I don't always read through all the card meanings, but, you know, they have some information in the front. So this would be a good, like, I could work with this. Oh, it has some little notes that somebody wrote in the back. I love that. There's something special about a book that somebody's, you know, read and loved. So yeah, I'm excited to kind of use this deck. I feel like I could in a month, you know, really just use this deck and get a good feel for it. So that is my second deck. I mean, this just cracks me up. I love this little case. I just want to keep it. I'm going to keep the case for sure. I don't know if I'll always keep the cards in the case, but I love this. All right. Third is the Gaia Tarot. I purchased this deck and I absolutely loved it, and then I got some other decks and I put it on a shelf and I haven't hardly touched it since. So it's crazy, right? Of course it comes in those boxes. Where they split them up, so that will have to get moved. But you know, it has a really nice guidebook. It has, like, you know, the color in it. It doesn't have like a lot of information on each card, but you know, all the better to be able to read through it in a reasonable amount of time. It has journal questions, which kind of ties into one of my goals, which was journaling more this year, and it's just a really amazing deck all the way around. I just, I mean, except for the fact that it's like a little shiny, which is just nitpicky, you know, because it's a gorgeous deck, and it has like the silver gilding on the edges, and it just has like real people in like real situations, you know, like here's somebody sitting by the lake in a robe, you know, like she's not mythical or fancy, but it's very, I don't know, you can kind of just see like the expression on her face. So I mean, it's just kind of, and the backs are gorgeous too. Oh my gosh, so this, I love this because this is very like, you know, Avalon, you know, like this is the, I forget what is it called, the chalice well, I don't know, I have to look that up, but it just gives me very Avalon vibes right there. But the Four of Water. And there's just so many good things about this deck. So like the Empress is the gardener. It actually took me, I used this deck a little bit, and it was like having to get used to seeing actual people, not like, you know, people like perfect, you know, looking people and like mythical, like scantily clad, you know, dresses and stuff, which, I mean, not that all of my decks are like that, but you know, a few are. It's just like real people in real situations, and I just really love it. Three of Air. See, isn't that a wonderful Three of Air? So anyway, oh, and I love this one. Beautiful. It's just such a great deck, and you know, as soon as I got it out, I was just thinking, why did I put this one away for so long? I'm just really excited to get back into this one. It's a good one. This one I just got not too long ago, and I've hardly even touched it. Like, I just haven't had the time to really go through it. This is the Dreams of Gaia Tarot by Raven Phelan. Oh, I keep forgetting to say the authors. So Gaia Tarot is Joanna Powell Colbert. Anyway, Absolutely amazing. Okay, Dreams of Gaia Tarot by Raven Phelan. I don't know if I'm saying the names right, but I'm giving it a good try. So I adore her artwork, and I just didn't get this for the longest time because I know it's different, and I just don't know if I was ready to like get into, you know, studying it. For a while I was just using decks that I could just pull and use and not have to really, you know, think about, like, I see my cat made an appearance in the background. That's Max Pickles. All right, so Dreams of Gaia Tarot. And I am so excited to work with this deck now that I have it. I just, you know, I just wasn't ready for a while, and now I think I'm really ready this year to get into it. And I've always adored her artwork. I have her Oracle deck. Let's say it's, I'm drawing a blank right now. I want to say it's Messenger's Oracle, but I could be completely wrong. But yeah, isn't this amazing? So many people, you know, love this deck and the artwork. And look at the backs on this one. Love it. I love that the borders are black. So many decks have like white borders, and these, it goes with her, the black just goes with her artwork. It just makes it, like, this is like a very mystical deck to me. It's just very like, it's got like these archetypes like in the, I don't know how to explain it. It's just gorgeous. It just is. It's just amazing. Love that guy's expression on his face. The father. So, and this one has always intrigued me. I'm like, I just can't read her expression yet, so I need to work with this one some more. So yes. Oh, and this one's amazing. Okay, they're all amazing. I'm not going to go through the whole deck because we'd be here forever, but it is amazing. And I feel like when I'm one of the one of the last people ever to purchase this deck. I have another one like that, and sometimes I don't know, like I just have a mental block, like I'm not ready to use deck, and yeah, and you know, sometimes it just has to wait. And I think this is the year. So the next one is the Everyday Enchantment Tarot by Poppy Palin. I am so excited about this one because I almost didn't buy it. I watched a lot of YouTube videos about it, and you know, looked over and over again at the artwork, and yeah, I just wasn't I wasn't sold on it. I don't know what it was, but looking at it on videos, like it just, I love the backs. That was one of my favorite things. I could tell even from the you know, videos I watched. I loved the backs. I just couldn't tell about the artwork, and if I was going to connect with it, or if it was like the Gaia Tarot, if it was like too real, you know. Sometimes it's like if the images are like very realistic, and I don't know if this is going to make sense, but it's almost like a slap in the face. Like it's a very real wake-up call. Like it's just so real. And I don't know, like if it's mystical and like magical, you can kind of put it in another world and like its own place, and it's not real, it doesn't, you know. And then even though you relate it to your own life, and I mean that's kind of the point, sometimes I don't know if that makes sense. I guess I was worried it was like too real. I don't know if I was worried because it lost its magic, or if I thought it, you know, would lose its magic if it was just too real, or if I was just worried that sometimes it's just like, yeah, a wake-up call. So that's probably totally nonsense. I don't know. I'm not expressing myself very well right now. Oh, it's been a day. Look at that one, the Seven of Blades. You can see somebody's been, you know, robbed in the background. Someone's broken in, and you see this guy with all this stuff, and you know, you don't, like, he's not just walking around with like a laptop, a candlestick, and some jewelry in his bag, you know, like, so he obviously stole that stuff. So I mean, it's And this one, oh my goodness, this one. This lady's like at the window, the baby's crying, the dog is howling, you know, and it's just like, she's just like, ugh. This is the Eight of Blades. So it's, I don't know, it's just, it's very relatable, and it's not hard to read with at all. It's just really relatable. Anyway, I'm probably just babbling on and on about this deck. It's like late at night and the kids are in bed and they have not been sleeping all through the night, and I'm probably going on and in an exhausted state of exhaustion, I suppose. So my next and final deck is the Mary Altero by Marie White, and I just got this deck. I had been on the fence about this deck for like ever and ever. I just thought it was good. At first I thought it was going to be too dark for me. I was in a place, you know, where I guess I needed the whole magical side of things, like a little step away from, like, I was very drawn to like animal energy and stuff, because I just needed that space, I guess, you know, like, and I wasn't ready for like people decks. I wasn't ready for, you know, some darker, I needed like the lighter, you know, stuff. But and then I looked at some of the artwork and I loved it, and then some of it I wasn't really connecting to, so I didn't know what to do for a while. And so I finally purchased it, and I looked through the deck and I love it. Oh my goodness, do I love this deck. And so I'm so glad that I did purchase it. Same with the Everyday Enchantment. Is, you know, it was just these two, I really wasn't sure, looking at the artwork, if I was going to like it. If I was going to be able to work with it. Not just like it, but like work with it. And it remains to be seen how well, like, I do, you know, I can read with it. But I've, you know, definitely fallen in love with the artwork. And I'm super excited to have it. It only took ages of watching other people's videos. I can't tell you how many videos I've seen on this, but yeah, it's just amazing. And I've heard really good things about the book too, so I'm anxious to like get in to this book and check it out. And yeah, and so that is the last deck. So it remains to be seen if I will actually get through studying and working with all those decks in 2019, but that is kind of what I'd like to do. So I'm interested in seeing everybody's decks and just, yeah, following along with everybody on the rest of the 31 days of tarot. So I hope you have a good evening, and I am off to actually try to get some sleep. Bye.